What's up everybody, G here, VP of Content, fitnessinformant.com, here today for a review. Today we have something pretty cool. This is a brand that's been making a lot of noise lately, as you see in the title. We're talking about Glaxon Sedative. So Glaxon has been coming out with some very interesting products over this past year. And Sedative, their sleep aid, has been making some, kind of a name for itself for being this product that actually uses synergy, something that a year ago I would have said doesn't even exist. However, they kind of proved that, that you can make a powerful product with, when I would look at some of the ingredients in here and be like, wow, that's underdosed. So I'm not going to bore you. Let's get into the taste, effectiveness, mixability, value, and see if we liked it or not. Let's go. So to start this off, I do highly suggest you go over to their website. They actually do have a video explainer going on. The formulator actually has a video going over all the ingredients and how they work together. It's very interesting. I highly suggest you check that out. So here we're gonna give it our own whirl. Let's get this started. First ingredient in here is magnesium gluconate. So you're gonna see magnesium in a lot of sleep aids. Magnesium can help play a role in muscle relaxation. There's a lot of benefits to magnesium. I could go on for quite a while about that. And not just any magnesium, they use magnesium gluconate. A lot of magnesiums are notorious for making people, have to go to the bathroom quite badly. Magnesium oxide and carbonate are notorious for that. So they use gluconate, which has a high bioavailability. So good job there. Let's move on to glycine, the first ingredient. We're gonna go with the full scoop dosage in here. They recommend either a half scoop or a full scoop. We'll get into which one we preferred. So the first ingredient in here is glycine at 1 gram. Glycine is known as an amino acid. It's known as an inhibitory neurotransmitter. Now you typically see it at 3 to 5 grams for effectiveness. You do see it lower in some other products. So moving on, we have another inhibitory neurotransmitter, a very common one, GABA at 750 milligrams. This is probably one of the most common ingredients in sleep aids next to melatonin, which is in here as well. And although there is some debate as to whether it crosses the blood-brain barrier or not, we like seeing it in here. We've used it ourselves and we've seen some effects with it. So next ingredient, we have magnolia extract. Check out our written review. We do have a study linked to it. It has been shown to help with inducing sleep and is actually dosed well in here at 250 milligrams. It also actually has some anti-inflammatory properties to it as well. So it's a great addition. I like seeing it in here. I don't know any other sleep aid that actually has it in there. So the next ingredient is actually a very common ingredient in sleep aids. I don't know if you guys remember Powerful from USP Labs. Velvet bean extract, mucuna, 250 milligrams. If you take mucuna on its own, anecdotally, I can just swear by it. Mucuna before bed works very well as a source of L-dopa, precursor to dopamine. There are some studies showing it may be good for increasing growth hormone as well as reducing cortisol. Either way, it's something I would recommend you try on its own for yourself to see how it works. I'm a big fan of it, even for the day. So it's a nice addition, it's dosed well. Next up, we have L-theanine. L-theanine is an amino acid, great for reducing anxiety. It's probably, you find it in everything these days from pre-workouts to sleep aids. And 100 milligrams in here, it is dosed well. Theanine is something you could even keep on hand for when you just want to relax. So it makes sense to take before bed, more so than a pre-workout in my honest opinion, but that's just me. So next up, we have a very interesting ingredient in here that I was surprised to see at first, but when you read about it, like why they added it in here, it actually makes a lot of sense. I'm talking about cholinase, this is a trademarked blend of 3 separate cholines, vitacholine, which is choline bitartrate, alpha GPC, and cytocholine, and this is all at 100 milligrams. Now that seems low, but it's also paired with huperzine A. This is an acetylcholine esterase inhibitor. This prevents choline from being broken down in the brain. So the thought behind this is choline levels are actually higher when you're in a REM cycle of sleep. And CDV choline at least has been shown to be good for memory impairment stemming from REM sleep cycle deprivation. So very interesting. I like how they did that. It's kind of thinking outside the box. I haven't seen any other sleep aid with it. There might be some others out there, let me know. But I did like the addition. Next up, we have 5-hydroxytryptophan or 5-HTP. This is a precursor to serotonin, which we all know is the happy hormone. It can be good for sleep cycles, and at 50 milligrams is dosed well in here. So next up, we have corydalis. This is quite an uncommon ingredient at 35 milligrams, and it is known as to reduce anxiety, to keep it simple for you. I really highly suggest you check out the written review for more in-depth wording on it. So the next two ingredients are estrogen and melatonin. Estrogen is at 25 milligrams. This has been shown to help with absorption of certain ingredients, and melatonin at 4 milligrams is, everybody knows melatonin, the sleep hormone. It's kind of like the caffeine of sleep aids. It's something you're most likely gonna feel. It's definitely gonna do its part in helping you sleep. 4 milligrams, maybe high for some, maybe low for some. This depends on you, and if you use half a scoop, you're getting 2 milligrams, so you can kind of play with it. I already mentioned the huperzine. So overall, this is a pretty cool profile. Some things like a year ago I would have said, oh, the GABA's underdosed or the glycin's underdosed, but when we get to the effectiveness portion of this review, you'll see why I kind of like can overlook that in here. So this is supposed to work synergistically, a lot of different mechanisms as to how these ingredients work together and to produce a good, healthy night of sleep. So with all that said, be sure to check out the written portion of this review once again, and also check out the video on Glaxon. They do a great job of explaining it. It's a very interesting video. You can learn a lot from it, and that's all great, but did it work? That's what really matters. That's what you're here for. Let's move on to that right now. Let's go. Okay, so as for effectiveness, I gotta tell you, taking this was actually fun. This is a very fun product. So depending on the day, I either use half a scoop or a full scoop. Half a scoop is better for the week when you have to wake up, and a full scoop is something you want to take on weekends. And I don't even recommend taking a sleep aid, especially this one is something as powerful as this. I don't recommend taking it every day. You can build up a reliance on it. So I like to break sleep aids in terms of effectiveness into 3 separate categories: how long it took me to get to sleep, how my sleep felt, and the morning after. So I have to be honest, getting to sleep was probably the best part of this product. This thing knocked me out. Within a half hour to an hour at the max, if I really fought it, like there was no way I wasn't gonna fall asleep. And seriously, this is among the top 3 products I've ever used in terms of falling asleep. In fact, I can't even think of one that's better than this. It really knocks you out. You have to experience it for yourself. Of course, it's stronger at 1 full scoop, but even half a scoop does the job. You can barely tell the difference of them between the two, but that's definitely the strongest part of this product in my experience. So if you need something to help you get to sleep, this is certainly worth trying out. As for the quality of sleep, that was also great. I had dreams that would put me in a mental institution. Can't share them here, but they were very fun, very vivid, and I slept great. The sleep felt very deep. And as for the morning after depends on the user. Me personally, when I use it on night days where I could kind of sleep in or didn't need to wake up immediately. If I had a conference call early in the morning, I wouldn't take it because there was a chance I was gonna sleep through my alarms. And I like my job, so I don't want Ryan to fire me. That said, I've heard mixed feedback on that. Some people wake up feeling great and refreshed. Me personally, that's hard for me to say because some days I just like to stay in bed anyway and just work from my bed with my laptop and my phone. Certainly something you have to experience for yourself. So overall, the effectiveness was great. It's really delivered, and if you need something to knock you out and give you some high quality sleep on days you need it, this is something worth trying out. Okay, so now we get to taste. I had the grape drink, and I gotta be honest, that was the worst part of this product. It was pretty gnarly, pretty chemical tasting. There was a slight hint of somewhat of a concept of grape to it, but personally I didn't even hate it, but I know if someone else tried it, they'd probably be like, that tastes awful. With that said, I do have to be fair to the company. I know that the earlier batches, which I believe I have, did not taste well, and I've been told by many that the updated versions have taste a hell of a lot better. So if we get around to trying it, we will update this review on that as well on the written portion. And they have other flavors, so you can pick and choose what you want, but it should be better now. It shouldn't be as bad as I describe it. Just my experience was it did not taste that good. So now we get to the mixability. It wasn't bad by any means. If you shake it up in a shaker cup, it's fine. There were some slight clumps that I did notice. You see I'm shaking it up there. I'm gonna open it up and pour it out. Just once in a while I got some small clumps, but other than that, it mixes very well and you shouldn't notice anything with it. So that said, see the nice liquid there. Let's move on to value. So now we get to value. You can get this for about $45 directly from their website. It's on sale sometimes. If we have a coupon code, it'll be in the description, maybe through another retailer. You might be able to get it cheaper. Either way, at $45, at a half a scoop, which is a serving, 42 servings in here, and a half scoop is enough. This is actually a pretty good deal because you can stretch this tub out and make it last you quite some time, especially if you don't use it like an idiot. Sleep aids shouldn't be something that you use every day. It should be something that you use when you need it, or you have extra time to sleep, or you just feel stressed out, you need to get to bed. So that's when I would suggest using Sedative as a needed product. Definitely not every day. You don't want to build a reliance on it. So in that case, it's a little over $1 per serving. Yes, there are cheaper ones out there, but those are probably not as effective as this. You definitely get what you paid for. You get something that's certainly going to work and deliver. So again, not the cheapest, but if you spread it out, it should be very affordable. So overall, this was a very impressive product, very fun product. This is the first product I've used from Glaxon. Now I have to try their other stuff. The effectiveness on this speaks for itself. The profile is very interesting. This will knock you out. It'll You'll get some great vivid dreams with it. And even though the taste isn't too good, at least in my experience, it might be better now, or probably is better now. Mixability isn't perfect, but still good. The value may seem high to some at first glance, but I'm telling you, this is worth trying out if you use it like I described. Use it as needed, not every day. This is well worth trying out at least once a week. So for more info, which I highly suggest you check out this one, check out